Hello, Internet. This is Sophia, and I wish everyone a happy Earth Day in this year 2020 on the standard mainstream secular calendar. However, as with all holidays during this trying period in history, I urge everybody to practice safety over tradition for your sake and for the sake of everyone else you may encounter and anyone whom they might encounter. Of course, that is, if you happen to encounter any instance in which there is a conflict between the two. And unfortunately, this does mean, as with most holidays, that you will need to adjust your traditions accordingly. So you might ask then, what traditions of Earth Day could possibly be in conflict with the safety and social distance recommendations of the COVID-19 era? Well, to answer that, I did a search for pages that are at least about a year old mentioning Earth Day traditions, because I figured any new pages probably would only include safer activities, but the pages from last year probably wouldn't have taken COVID-19 into account, because back then nobody saw COVID-19 coming. Well, that may not be true. There may be some specialized scientists who predicted that there will be some mutation eventually of the coronavirus, but they were not in the mainstream, and nobody saw exactly the particulars of this form of COVID coming. So I found a page from a year or so ago with traditions of Earth Day, and I'll see how some of these traditions might need to be adjusted, and we might also compare it to maybe traditions that are a bit more friendly with what we've got to do today. Okay, so let's see. Here. Here's one page of traditions that are for Earth Day. And let's see. Plant a tree or trees, that might not be too problematic, as long as you're depending on where exactly you're going to do it, how many people are going to be there, yada yada yada. Organize a neighborhood cleanup party. That, of course, would probably depend on a lot, but it's kind of already entering sketchy territory. Host a swap. Well, usually when people are talking about swap meets, they're usually talking about doing it in person, but now that I think of it, there may actually be viable ways to organize a swap over Zoom. I never thought about this till like a few minutes ago, but that might be actually a possible thing, that you might be able to actually host a swap over Zoom, and then maybe talk to some doctors or nurses about having a safe way to actually ship whatever is swapped from one place to another. Things like quarantine protocols and whatnot. But this is something that one might actually be able to figure out. Host a 100-mile potluck in your backyard? Nah. That one's going to have to surely be put on hold until after pretty much we find a vaccine, until society finds a vaccine or some other equivalent treatment for COVID, because there is no way that hosting a 100-mile potluck can be safe during this time period. Get outside? Well, that depends on where you live and probably a lot of stuff. Where I live, I might set foot on the terrace of the apartment that I'm in, but that's about as much outside as I'm gonna get today. Now, let me make it clear one thing here. I need to make it be perfectly clear about one thing. I am not an expert, but I am saying what I, as a common sense person, have as my reaction when I look at these things. But a common sense, I know common sense is not very uncommon. There's some idiot people who are protesting the lockdown, so I guess common sense isn't too common, but let's put it this way. What a layperson would react to while exercising what would be common sense in a sane society. Just want to make it clear, I'm not an expert, but so you might want to double check with an expert, but make sure it's a real expert and not just some parroter with an agenda. Make sure it is a real expert who is actually going to pay attention to what the overwhelming consensus of scientists is. But anyways, let's see if there's anything else here on this list. Yeah. This is traditions for the natural family, but I think a lot of these things would be pretty much applicable everywhere on ordinary years when there's not a pandemic going on. And as you see here, this is from 2018. This page is from 2018. There's no reason, as you see here, oh yeah, wait. Let me get back to this. All right. Oh yeah, as you see, this is a page of traditions for the Nashville family, but as I said, this would be applicable anywhere in ordinary years. And this page is from 2018, which was an ordinary year. There's no reason why the people who put this page together should have been expected to have COVID-19 and social distancing in mind. But anyways, so that's my take on how the fact that we will need to have new traditions, but we'll be able to. We're gonna. But let's see if I can do a search for Earth Day traditions without having to restrict my search to years past. As a matter of fact, I'll go into my tools here and restrict my search to only results that are from this year, and see if we have things. We should now see things that are a lot more COVID friendly, is my guess. And let's see, unique Earth Day traditions to start as a family. This stuff is stuff which, unlike with the previous, I'm not going to subscribe to anything. I will. I might later, but not. Um, let's see here. When it comes to celebrating, think outside the tree, which is definitely good advice. They say starting a neighborhood or school recycling program. I haven't read this in detail, but I sure hope that they have plans to how to do this while observing social distancing. I don't see how being neighborhood or school would have anything bearing to do with it. And this picture here really, really causes me to worry. Maybe these are people who are in a family and they all live together and everything. It just doesn't look like they're social distancing, and they're outside. They don't look like they're wearing masks. I'm not really liking this. Let's see what else there is. Making an earth-friendly dinner, that's something that should never be a problem. Earth Days, this is any other. One thing is that it's being quite likely that one thing that will change as a result of cautions over the whole COVID-19 is that people will rely more on domestic food and less about getting food from halfway across the world, which would make any dinner more earth-friendly, as one of the most earth-unfriendly things you can do is spend a lot of fuel on shipping things everywhere. So having to grow things more domestically rather than importing them from across the world would already make any dinner, whether it be an Earth Day dinner or some other dinner, more earth-friendly. But still, on the whole, I did not really like this page because it was really not in my opinion the most COVID friendly that I could find. Oh, there's also something about 14 Earth Day events that you can join from your screen. That definitely looks promising. And I definitely wonder, let's see here. Yeah, the events you can join from your screen, that definitely looks promising. I think I'll check out what this is. Unfortunately, it's hard for me to add info cards in the middle of everything here, but when I then later come out with a touched up version of this broadcast, I will definitely be happy to provide a link to this. You know, as a matter of fact, I think that I will go in. I think I will see if I can go in now and edit the post to have some of these links. You know, let's see. Earth Day events to practice from the safety of your screen. Okay, I added the link to this page. And I'm not going to include the one that I did not like. Sorry. And now I'm going to and here I'm adding a 2018 page with Earth Day links from the era before the COVID-19 pandemic. Yeah. So yeah, the pages that I approve of, I added to the video. I just added them to the video description area of this YouTube video on YouTube. I added it there, but anything else, I might in the future on the touched up version, I might also put like maybe info cards or maybe a QR code or some way of letting you link to it, maybe from the video itself. But then again, I'm still working out the technical things of this broadcasting thing, so I can't make that as actual promises. But the point is, there are some old Earth Day traditions that may have to be put on hold until either a vaccine or other equivalent treatment for COVID-19 is found. But there's other new traditions that you can start, and there's also the possibility of some other traditions which might not be affected, and some others which could be adapted, like the example of the swap meet could be adapted for the era of social distancing. But as I said, for Earth Day as well as for any holiday day that you celebrate from now till the time that this pandemic is finally fully vanquished, I urge everyone to, with all holidays, secular or religious, to practice safety over tradition. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up and comment in the comment area below. I'd really appreciate that. And let your friends know about this channel, and if you haven't already, subscribed yourself and share this video with your friends too. Yes, this video also has been one of my tests of the Ecamm, which I don't know if I'll permanently go with Ecamm, but it's one of the broadcasting softwares that I'm considering to use. But in addition to being a test, this one has also been an actual vlog entry as well, even if the permanent touched up version might not be uploaded till later. I'll decide later if I just keep this live stream version or if I upload it touched up one later. But anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this. So until next time, see ya!